Morning, everyone. It's Sherry at Attic Inspired Crafter. Today I'm sharing with you a project that I completed this weekend. I kind of sorted through my collections and decided that I'm going to use the older lines that I have on hand because they're just beautiful and I have them for a reason. This is a Simple Stories line, and this is one of their flip books. It measures, I'm just putting it on my scale here, 8 by 9-ish. And they used to create these flip books, and they were smaller ones. This was the larger one where it has some envelope pockets within it, but then you can add some other products that you like. And this line is, like I said, it's an older line by Simple Stories. It is Simple Stories, Simple Vintage Weathered Garden. And it is a beautiful line. I had embellishments. I had the icon bits and pieces. I had some stickers. I had the sticker sheet. Some of the little gems here, or enamel dots, I think they called them. And another ephemera pack bits and pieces. There was some vellum, a whole bunch of stuff that I had. So I pretty much utilized it all in this collection here. So let's walk through it together. So there is some puffy stickers here on the front. And on the front panel, I created this, it's like a flip where you can put a photo, you can put a couple of photos if you wanted to, and then it has a nice pocket so you can slide some of those larger photos right in here without worrying about matting them. And here's just some journaling bits, plus you can utilize this for another photo mat. So I put those in there, and then I create it with all the different bits and pieces of ephemera I had, clusters. And you're going to see, I think it was 6 or 7 clusters that I've added to this book, and you're going to see them featured on different pages. So look at this one, and it's got various areas of pop-up, just loads of dimension, but yet when you close it, it still closes nicely. You can use this as a journaling, and then inside you can put some pictures. And I did put some mats down. It was like the leftover solid sheets that I had that I cut down to mat. And then you're going to see some areas where I didn't put any mats because you can just slide your photos in. Sometimes if you put all mats, then it makes it too thick for when you add your photos. And then here's a big opportunity. You could put 2 4x6s, 2 3x5s, 1 5x7. So you can really customize this as you want. There's a flap here with just a pop-up embellishment. And this is one of those stickers from the sticker book that it is almost like vellum. And then a flap, you could put journaling here or a photo, and a nice big photo there, or 2 smaller ones. And then we have this side. This page is just so beautiful, but you could absolutely zip a 3x5 if you didn't want to cover up if you didn't want to cover up the beautiful flowers. And I like to do a lot of my embellishing on the outside of the sleeve so that when you slide your photo in, it's still not going to hinder how it sits in there because the embellishments are on the outside. Here's another one of those beautiful clusters. And there's just so many bits and pieces in this cluster. There's some tags from the sticker sheet. This little piece was one from the bits and pieces. This piece, the butterfly, the heart, another piece, so you just add them and you can make all these fun clusters. And this one opens, you can slide a photo down in here or use it as journaling. And even the ones that have the pretty fronts, you can still utilize this as photo if you need more room for photos and cover that right up. So these accommodate 4x6 photos. So these I just left as is, so your photos can sit on top. This one, like any of these, you can put photos on. So these fit a 3x4 photo. This one, you could put a 4x6 if you wanted to, or just a mini photo. And then you can just leave some squares where it's just showing the paper, and it's beautiful. A similar page here where you have 2 options for 3x4 and a 4x6. And this side here, it has 4 3x4 slots, and I just made these little tabs that just gives it a little decoration. So if I was putting pictures in this book, I'd probably put a photo here and a photo here, and I'd leave these two as is. But you can customize it as you want. Same as on here. I just love this paper, so I would put my photos here. But again, nothing is wrong. Here's another one of those large clusters that I added here on the bottom of this flip page. And room for several photo opportunities here. Another pocket, but this time it's a side pocket. So it's the same idea. There's one here. You could put a photo on the back. You could put a photo on the back of this one as well. And this is just little butterflies that I just like the way they are. And they just sit in that pocket, or you can add more photos in here. Another, this isn't a grand cluster, but it's a little bit of a cluster. And a flip up. And I made the gusset of this one a little bit wider. My thought was that if you had a booklet, or a thin journal, where if this was used for a trip and you were journaling what you did on each day, you could fit a journal right down inside here, and this little gusset would help it sit in there properly. Or you can use it for photos. Another side here. 3x4s and a 4x6, and again, these are on the outside. So when you slide your photo in, it looks very nice with this just kind of sitting on the top of the photo. 2 more 4x6 opportunities here, 3x4, and another 4x6 with a little bit of a lip or a little fold up. I love this spread. I just like looking at the paper. It is so beautiful. We have these ones. It's 4 3x4s. Another nice cluster at the edge of this page. Many different elements in there. Some are popped up, some are flat. So you can see them kind of pop up off the page. And in here, I didn't include any photo maps, but you can utilize this as whatever you want for photos, journaling, whatever. And this one's, again, I like to leave the options really up to the people that are filling these pages. This large cluster, I put it right on the top of this page. So like when you slide this out to put your photos in, this cluster isn't going anywhere. It's on the outside of the page. You could put like some mini 3x4 landscape. You could put a 3x4 upright, and this cluster is just going to be there. Or perhaps you have a 4x6 photo where this side of the photo, the people are over here, so it's not going to affect the photo. And I wrapped that cluster right around to the other side of the page just to give it a little bit of flow. And on this side, we have another flap, 2 areas for 4x6 or 3x5, whatever you want to utilize it for. We have 2 4x6s on this side with a little bit of a flap. And then on the back, we have a flap this way, and I put 2 smaller photos here. I like the look of this. And then you can put another photo down here. And for the back pocket, another one of those large clusters with opportunity for more stuffing of photos or journaling or just memorabilia, tickets. Like I said, if you use it for a trip, then you can stuff all kinds of things down in there for a trip. So this one is for sale. If anyone is interested, please reach out to me. I loved making it, and I hope you love looking through it and get some inspiration if you're a crafter to pull out those older items and get to town and building a project. Thank you, everyone. We'll talk soon.